Hold the Line is a strong contender for my favourite Toto song. I love the riff played by bass and guitar together. The bass line has two main sections with a slightly busier bass line for the second half of the guitar solo as well. I'll start by playing the intro for you. The bass waits for 4 bars or measures before we come in, and then we have a riff played twice. We start that riff with an F sharp, so that's the 9th fret of the A string, and we slide down from that. C sharp, D, D, E. Okay, so all on the A string, 4, 5, 5, 7. So 9, 4, 5, 5, 7. And we sort of slide up to that 7. So we play that twice, and at the end of the second time we have this leading down into the verse. So we've got E, C sharp, C, and it leads down to the B, which is 2nd of the A string. A couple of things you might want to note about Hold the Line is, first of all, it's written in 12/8, and for those of you that don't know, that means it has 12 quarter notes in each bar or each measure. And each bar is broken up into 4 strong beats. So each of these strong beats have 3 quarter notes. So bum 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 bum. 1, 2, 3, 4. Also, in this bass line, the articulation is really important. And articulation is how we play the notes, if we play them short or long, or put any sort of techniques, any slides onto them. So as I showed you in the intro, we need to slide down from some of the notes. F sharp and E. And when we go to some of the F sharps and E's, you'll see a tiny little note I've written before, which is a grace note, or we sort of slide. And you can do that from the fret below and do it fairly fast. So you need to practice that to get it sounding like the song. We'll now move on to the verse, which I'm going to play for you first. And remember, I've written all this bass line, the whole bass line, out on a PDF, which you can get below by clicking the link in the description. And there's also a tab version as well for those of you that can't read music. So if you remember at the end of the intro, we step down to the B, and that's where we start the verse. And we have these 2 bar patterns on the verse, so the first 2 bars repeated again. So we have, and when we step down, they're short notes, and in the intro they were longer, so make that distinction. Okay, so we have B, C sharp, F sharp, short, 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 and we repeat that again, and then we have another 2 bar pattern, short, 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 and again, short, 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 and then to finish the verse we have into the chorus. So B, C sharp, D, E, E, C sharp, E, F sharp. So for the verse, we just keep in this position down here with our first finger on the 2nd fret. Okay, you can play the whole verse there. Now the chorus uses the same riff from the intro, so I'll play that for you now. At the end of the chorus, we then go back for verse 2 and the chorus again. Now these are the same, but when we get to the end of the chorus, this time we miss out the first time bar, so bar 26, and we go straight onto the second bar, bar 27. and then we move on to the guitar solo. Now the guitar solo is in two parts really for bass. The first part of 8 bars is the same as the chorus, and then we have a busier line. So if we look at it from bar 36, I'll play that for you now. So this is the second half of the guitar solo. If we look at that second half of the guitar solo, that starts on bar 36. We have this sort of rhythm. And that's F sharp, C sharp, D, D, and then E. And then we move on, same harmony, but this stays on an E. And then that's repeated again. And then the last 2 bars of the guitar solo. And into verse 3. Now verse 3 is a shortened version of verse 1 and 2. And then we have the chorus and the ending. Now all the notes from this bit onwards you've covered before in the song. So if you get the PDF, which you can download below, you'll be able to now work through the rest of that section. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video lesson. It's such an awesome song with a really brilliant bass line. Download the PDF below, the link is in the description, and remember to like and share and comment on this video if you found it useful. Your feedback really helps me out and also helps spread the word with Greg's Bass Shed. Also remember to subscribe to Greg's Bass Shed here on YouTube. You can do that by clicking the subscribe button below. And also you might want to head over to gregsbassshed.com. That's my website, and there's loads more bass resources over there, videos and a free members area. This is Greg from Greg's Bass Shed. I'll see you in the next video.